Okay, good morning, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just wait 1 minute, then I'll start. Okay, so let's start. So good morning, all of you. So we have discussed in our last classes, this is module 2, and we have covered in this module 2, that is cascade control system, feed forward control system, and also ratio control system, and another topics we have to complete, that is automatic controller part. Okay, so this part it is we have to discuss in module 2. These are the different types of control valve, that is the control actions. Okay, that means controller. Then now we have to discuss another module, that is module 3. This is very important in our process control industry, that is control valve. Okay, so without control valve, we does not any process is working in the process control industries. Okay, so first of all we have to know what is control valve. 1 minute. My whiteboard is visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the chapter name is module 3. Control valve. So first we have to give the short description and then we have to continue. Okay, so in our process industries or process plant, it is basically consist of hundreds or even thousands of control loops in a network. Okay, that means when you have to see in the any small industries or large size of process control industry, that means automobile industries, okay, that means petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, etc. So there are lots of control loops we have to follow. So this every loops it is manufacturing by the different types of components using this process control variable, different types of variables. So that means where we have to control in this process different types of process variable, that means we have to maintain the pressure. Okay, we have to measure the process variable, that is flow measurement. That means we have to control sometime the flow rate, it is very fast or moderate or very little speed. Okay, so there are lots of physical process variable we have to control, that means pressure, flow, level measurement, temperature measurement or concentration. So these are the basically different types of process variable we have to control by these control valves. So this control valves it is basically control the load disturbance. Okay, That means here one sensor or transmitter, that means sensor and transmitters, it is collect the information from the process variable, and it is basically relationship to some desired set point also. Okay, so this is basically one sensor element which is also set up the particular goal user you have to set up by, or automatically you have to set up in this controller part. So this basically it is a called the control valve. So a control valve or a valve, it is defined as any device by which the flow of fluid may be started or stopped or regulated by a movable part that is also open or closed or obstacles. So this system it is called the control valves. Just wait. So first we have to know what is the basic definition of this control valve. So a valve is defined as any device by which the flow of fluid maybe it started or stopped condition or regulated by a movable part that opens or obstructs passage. So this is basically the uh, one's definition of this valve, that is a control valve. So a valve, it is defined as any device by which the flow of fluid may be it started or maybe it is stopped or any regulated, that means you have to maintain the fluid flow, okay, by a movable part that opens or obstructs the passage. So this is basically called the one valve which is control the fluid flow rate. This is a one example. So this is system, that this device it is called the control valve. That means a liquid is flow from the one channel, that is a water channel or pipe. So when you have to start the knobs, that means you have to open the channel, liquid flow channel, that is this liquid it is flow from the tube. But when you have to control this flow of the liquid, so in that case you have to use a control valve, and this control valve it is maintain the fluid flow rate as per you have to set up, that means as per user is set up, okay. So this setup it is called the control valve. Is it clear all of you what is control valve?
Yes, sir.
Anyone any doubt, so please ask me. So first we have to know the valve, that means control valve, what is the basic idea of this control valve. Next, what is the basic functions of this control valve? Next point, functions of control valve. So using this control valve, you have to control any physical parameter, any physical variable. That means you have to control the liquid flow rate, you have to control the temperature, you have to control the pressure, you have to control the basically concentration of the liquid, you have to control the level measurement. Okay, that means you have to all of you seen the water tank system. So when this water tank system, it is filled by liquid or water, so this is a top level and bottom level. So in that case we have to use a certain system, that means sensor based system or transmitter based system. When the tank is filled by water or liquid, you have this tank, it is automatically stopped, that means motor is automatically stopped. So this is basically one control variable which is stop the flow rate. Okay, that means it is measured by the level measurement sensor, and up to the level is set up, the user it is satisfied, then this system it is stopped, and otherwise it is also running condition. So using this control valve, you have to measure or you have to control different process variable, that is pressure, flow, level measurement, temperature measurement, etc. So in our industries we have to control different types of process variable. So now what is the basic functions of these control valves? Number one, this control valve we have to uses first start and stop the flow. This is start and stop flow. This is very clear. When you have to control valve, it is started, that means the liquid is flow from the tube, and when it is stopped, that means the liquid is not flow from the systems. This is first function, start and stop the flow. Number two, regulation. Regulation of flow. That means in that case we have to use the particular set up the variable, which time the rate of the fluid it is filled by the water channel or any pipes or system. So this is regulation of flow. That means you have to maintain the flow rate, okay, speed measurement. Number third, backflow prevention. That is backflow prevention. Backflow prevention, it is a one another type. So when the fluid it is passes through this channel or water tube, the fluid is not back up to the starting point. Okay, so this is a basically one another functions by using this control valve. It is maintain the backflow prevention. That means water is not passes in the starting point. Okay, when it is started, it is flow continuously, but this backflow prevention method we cannot measure, we cannot, that is a not flow in the starting point to the flow. Number four, it is release the pressure. Number four, one minute. Number four, it is release the pressure. It is another one important. So when you have to see the hydraulic pressure system, so when this hydraulic it is working, that means one pressure it is also working in that case. So up to the pressure it is stable. So that means this hydraulic it is not free of the movement of any arms or any device. So this is a basically pressure control system. Using this release pressure method, we have to control the flow control or different types of flow measurement systems. Okay, this is clear all of you. This is basically four main functions we have to uses this control valve method. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone any doubt? So please ask me. A little bit whiteboard it is disturbing. So just wait. Next. So first of all, one association which is first discovered these different types of control valve, and this name is that is SAMA. So full form is Scientific Apparatus Makers Association. Okay, so this is SAMA, that means Scientific Apparatus Makers Association, which is defines the different types of control valves. So it is different types of valves. It is designed by this association. That means pneumatic valve. Okay, so this organization, that is Scientific Apparatus Makers Association, it defines the control valve as pneumatic. We know that pneumatic valve because we have to certain discuss in our module 1 pneumatic valve. Then also we have to design hydraulic valve, electric valve, okay, and other externally powered actuator that automatically 1 minute fully or partially opens or closes the valve to a position distressed 1 minute. This is dictated by the signal transmitter from controlling instrument. Controlling instrument. Okay. So this is a basically one important thing. The association, that means HAMA, Scientific Apparatus Makers Association, and this association, it defines the different types of control valve which is working in the pneumatic type of control valve, hydraulic control valve, or electric type of control valve, and other externally power actuated that is working in automatically or fully it is operated, and also partially it is operated, open and close operations, this valve to a position dictated by using the signal conditioner or signal transmitter from the controlling instrument. Okay, that means this association, it is discovered the different types of control valve, that means pneumatic, hydraulic, and electric type of new control valve. And also they also discovered this is externally power actuator control variable which is working in three mode, either it is also automatic, or it is also fully or partially it is working in the logic of open and close, that means 0 and 1 concept, that means two on off control, that means you have to know in module 2, that is on off control. Okay, that means open or close this valve to a position, it is dictated by the signal transmitter. Which is signal transmitter? This is another one important terms. Signal transmitter which is transmitted the signal from one place to another place, that means one device to another device. So here the signal transmitter which is sends the signal to the from the controlling instrument. Okay, so this is basically association idea, how it is designed, and there are different types of control valves which is designed by these scientific apparatus makers associations. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So using this control valve, it is assembly typically consists of the different types of valve body, that means internal part or external part also. So we have to include this control valve. There are different types of apparatus, that means include the positioner systems. Okay, so in this control valve, in this control valves, here variety of additional valve accessories that is which can include positioner system. Positioner means which is follow the level position, that means the level measurement system. The liquid is which position it is measurement, that is bottom level, moderate level, or low level. So this is basically positioner. Then we have to use this transducer, which is detect the particular parameters, or which is senses the particular parameters, process variables. Then also supply pressure regulator, which is regulate the pressure measurement system. Okay, that means using these regulators, pressure regulators, which is maintain the pressure, low level pressure or higher level pressure. Then also we have to uses the manual operators, Then limit switch. We have to know the limit switch in our module 1. Different types of limit switches we have to attach in this control valve, etc. So in this control valve, we have to use these different types of additional valve accessories. That means we have to use a positioner system, which is examine the level positions of the any fluid tank or any level of reservoir system. This is called the positioner. Then we have to use as the different types of transducer, which is basically changes the physical energy changes to another one form to another changes. It is detected by these transducer systems. Then we have to use as the supply pressure regulator, which is regulate the pressure measurement. That means low level pressure or higher level pressure or moderate level pressures. This is supply pressure regulator. Then we have to also use this in these accessories manual operators, which is manually or by user it is operated one by one, and also limit switch. Different types of limit switch we have to attach in this control valve. Okay, is it clear all of you? So in our country and also foreign country, there are uses that different types of valve industries. That means the different types of standard institute where we have to use different types of mechanisms in the uh, globally. Okay, so next is common abbreviation, and it is very important for you for your, because when you have to working in a different types of industries, there are lots of short terms in you have to follow in the different types of apparatus or different types of instrument. So using this abbreviation you have to imagine this is the basically logic we have to use as particular these instruments also. So this is common abbreviation in valve industries. So one control valves, it is being important component of an automation process, or many societies or many organizations are involved in this framing or making standards in the materials or installation or safety aspects also. So in this view of different types of application, different types of materials used, or different types of safety aspects, so some of established organizations or bodies which is made by the different types of control valve. Okay, so we have discussed one by one. This is one industry, that is ANSI. Okay, and full form is American National Standards Institute. When you have to going in industry visit, so you have to follow the instrument, process control instrument. So this name, it is very important, and you have to see in the outer level of the level in these different types of organizations. So this is the ANSI, that means the American National Standard Institute. Another one also API, which is uses in the petrochemical industries, American Petrochemical or Petroleum Institute. Okay, institute. There are lots of variables present, that is ASTM. This is American Society for Testing and Materials, and materials. Another one ASME. This is American Society of mechanical engineer, mechanical engineers. Okay, so these are the different organization. We have to use this different types of process variable makers. Another BS, and this name all of you seen or all of you listen, that is British standards. Okay, British standards. Oh, sorry. Next one, CSA. This is Canadian Standards Association. Okay, another one, DIN. This is Dutch Industries. DEUTSCHE, Dutch Industries. And also all of you listen this name, ISA, that is Instrument Society of America. Okay, then another one, this is also all of you seen, that is International ISO, International Standards Organization. Okay, there are different types of societies or institute we have to present in this case. Another one, MSS. This is manufacturers standardization Manufacturer Standardization Society. Another one, NACE. This is National, and this abbreviation, it is very important for your MCQ questions. So please everyone read this carefully and also remember these things also. This is National Association of Corrosion Engineer. Another one, IEC. This is International Electronical Electrotechnical Commission. Okay. Next, that is FCI. This is Fluid Control Institute. This is Fluid Controls Institute. Etc. So these are the basically different types of institute or organizations which is basically uses. I just recall them. So these are the basically common abbreviation of the different types of valve industry names. And what is the mechanism, what is the basically uses these different types of valve industries. So this control valves, it being an important components for we have to use as different process industries, that means automobile industries or fertilizer industries or different types of industries of food and beverage industries, medicine industries, etc. So this control valve, it being an important component of automation process. Many societies, okay, these are the basically societies or many organizations or many institute which are involved in framing the standards of their materials which is make the control valve, and which is installing process or installation process which is basically used as a safety purpose or safety aspects. There are lots of institute or organizations or society which is made the different types of standard control valves. Okay, so these are the basically different names: NC, American National Standard Institute; API, American Petroleum Institute; ASTM, that is the American Society for Testing and Materials; then ASME, that is American Society of Mechanical Engineers. All of you listen, that is BS, that is a British standards. And others, these are the basically different types of CSA, Canadian Standards Association; DIN, Dutch Industries; ISA, Instrument Society of America; ISO, all of you seen this ISO marks, that is ISO name, International Standard Organizations; MSA, that is a Manufacturers Standardization Society. All of you listen, that is NACE, that is NACE, National Association of Corrosion Engineers; IEC, that is the International Electrotechnical Commissions; and FCI, that is a Fluid Control Institute. So these are the different types of institute or organization or society which is made the different types of control valves. Okay. Is it clear, all of you? Sorry for that. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone any doubts? So please ask me. Everyone write your own name and roll number in the chat box. And Avijit, you are present.
Yes, sir.
Avijit, you take a screenshot for the all participant in single page. And after this class, we have another class. Everyone please join. Ending this class after 1 minute, okay? Next part we have to discuss in next another class, that is a control valve materials. Okay, so these control valve materials, using these control valve materials, different types of materials we have to uses in this control valve industries, we have to discuss in later class also. This is control valve materials. So these control valve materials, it is basically composed of a variety of materials, and the selection of these different types of materials depends upon the